Rangers have only 3 home games left in the regular season, and one of the most beautiful nights for baseball all year greets them tonight as the Tampa Bay Rays, the defending American League champions, are in town. The Rays will not be defending their title here in 09. The Rangers still have that outside shot of getting to the postseason. They are playing for that tonight and beyond. We welcome you to Texas Ranger Baseball. Along with Tom Grieve, I'm Josh Lewin. And no, it doesn't look great for the Rangers right now at all after they lost a couple games in Oakland. But what does look great right now is Josh Hamilton being back in the lineup.
It's real nice to have Josh back in the lineup, no doubt about it. One of the reasons the Rangers haven't scored runs at their normal clip is because Josh and Micah Young haven't been in the lineup. And you look at, in Josh's case, for instance, he missed the last 19 games. Before that, over a 30-game stretch, he was hitting close to 360. That's pretty good offense, and that's been missing for the last 20 games.
We wondered who would come back first in a meaningful way. Would it be Michael Young or Josh Hamilton? Turns out it's Hamilton. Hopefully Michael Young not too far behind. You've got Derek Holland on the mound tonight. He's looking to turn things around for himself. His last 5 starts have not gone well, but the handful before that were very good. Holland and the Rangers against the Tampa Bay Rays when we come back. Ford F-150. It's not just a pickup truck, it's a Ford F-150. By Progressive. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. By Jack in the Box, or you can get anything on the menu any time of day. And by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. The Rangers and the Rays. You saw David Price out there delivering that lineup card for Tampa Bay. The one-time #1 pick in the country will be actually on the mound for Tampa Bay on a Sunday. That'll be the last regular season home game for the Rangers. James Shields is on the mound tonight for Tampa Bay, a team that is starting to come out of it a bit. They've won 5 out of 6. but too little too late for them. They are 78 and 74, and Joe Maddon's team will not repeat. Joe still got the Just for Men hair color in there from that road trip that they took about a month ago. He was trying to rally the troops and proclaimed it the Ring of Fire Johnny Cash road trip. He was trying to look like Johnny Cash for a while. Now he can't get the black stuff out of his hair.
Well, he still looks good. Still got the glasses. Can't go wrong with them.
Now, Tampa Bay with 3 games here on the road, and then they're heading home for a while. The Rangers, it's just the opposite. And last chance for Ron Washington to send the guys out there in the home uniforms. Last chance for the fans to salute what has been a, well, for the most part, successful season, Tag. I think that the unfortunate part of things kind of dwindling now, and the team not winning a lot lately. You forget, I think, sometimes the overall collective nature of what happened here in Arlington this summer.
Yeah, and you know, we don't talk to every fan, but the cross section of fans that I talk to, most of them say, you know, it hasn't gone well the last week or 10 days, but it's been a good season, and that's the case. And I think for the Rangers, what they need to really do right now is concentrate and finish strong. There's still a number of games left. Just because the last couple of weeks haven't gone well doesn't mean you can't finish strong and end the season on a positive note.
No, you can still have a 90-win season, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely.
If you get it going, and who would have quarreled with that coming out of spring training? Bartlett and Crawford, Longoria and Zobrist for Tampa Bay. Then Pat Burrell, Willie Ibar, former Ranger fan favorite Gabe Kapler, Gianna Navarro, and B.J. Upton's having a down year for Tampa Bay. Derek Holland has been all about the ups and downs, more down than up of late. He's lost his last 5 starts, and that's why the ERA is up in the 6s.
Yeah, he's 7-12 on the season, and one of the things he's done, he's been a little bit prone to the home run. He's given up 25 home runs. Home runs have accounted for over 50% of the total runs that he's given up this year. First and second time through the lineups have gone pretty well. The third time through the lineup hasn't gone quite so well. And, you know, Derek's going out there. He's learning. He's working hard. He's challenging the hitters. He's giving it everything he's got. The last 5 or 6 starts haven't gone well, but that doesn't mean he can't finish strong in his last 2 or 3 starts. The Rangers win 7 out of 10. They could win 90 games. They will win 90 games.
Bullpen guys, you ready? We salute you too. Soon to be a YouTube classic.
There are temptations out there with that routine.
Well, Darren O'Day, who got his feet wet in that bullpen long before they did turn it into Gladys Knight and the Pips out there. But now part of that starting rotation and having to take on Jason Bartlett to start this 3-game homestand right now. .78 degrees at game time, low humidity, soft breeze. It is, in a word, perfect. A great night for baseball. Ed Rapiano is calling balls and strikes tonight. Ed's got a broken big toe. Got a foul ball off that toe about a week ago. But he's a gamer. He's yet to call a strike for Derek Holland. Bartlett, the former Oklahoma Sooner, having, as Steve Busby said in the pregame show, a breakout season for Tampa Bay. Career highs in pretty much everything, and he's still playing the kind of defense we've seen all year from Elvis Andrus. On the corner, 3-2. Tampa Bay only 7-15 here in this month of September. Fading from that playoff picture as Bartlett hammers away to left field. It is deep, and it is flagged down by Bourbon.
Nice to have speed out there. Bartlett saw 6 fastballs. He took 5 of them. He had it timed. He had a good swing at number 6. Derek was not going to walk him. He's trying to throw him a strike. Bartlett gave it a pretty good ride, but fortunately Julio ran it down in deep left center field.
Bourbon's been working on his defense tirelessly with Gary Pettis, the Rangers outfield coach and first base coach. Bourbon absolutely part of the picture going forward. You want to make sure that he's an asset defensively. You don't want to just sign him up to DH. You look at a guy like this at the plate for Tampa Bay, Carl Crawford, with the kind of speed that he's got, a little bit of power, a lot of doubles and triples, and the fact that he can actually play some defense too. So it makes Crawford the all-around player that he is. I think if Julio Bourbon turns into Carl Crawford, there'll be some happy Ranger people.
Yeah, I'd say more than happy.
Crawford was also the MVP of the All-Star game this year. Had that home run robbing catch of Brad Hawpe. Speaking of defense. Holland beat this Tampa Bay team on the 4th of July. Beat him 12-4. The Rangers coming off a 12-3 loss yesterday in Oakland.
That was his first major league win that day.
Born on the 4th of July. And again, some peaks and valleys for young Derek. And this is his first big league season. There's a little dip. Got to deal with the speedy Carl Crawford. His next stolen base is number 60 for the year. He'd be only the 3rd American leaguer to have that many this decade. Sean Figgins a few years ago. Jacoby Ellsbury this year. Rookie of the year last year, Evan Longoria. No sophomore slump here in 09. Third in the league in runs batted in. He's got 44 doubles. He's top 10 in slugging percentage. Now, Holland can pick you off if you're not cognizant of that move that he's got. Of course, Carl Crawford is looking to run always, and especially with a nice round number like 60 stolen bases right there in front of him. That's that better move from Derek. Crawford in under the tag of Blaylock.
That move will keep you close because that's where you step off the back of the rubber and that flip throw to first base, and Derek does that pretty well.
One thing you can get Longoria to do is to bang into a double play. He leads the American League in doing that. Another reason to keep Crawford close. Your Ford leaderboard revealed. That is a heap of stolen bases. Tampa Bay as a team, most stolen bases in baseball, 182 of them. They've also got 187 home runs. They've got a shot to be only the 2nd ever big league team with 200 homers and 200 steals. The only time that's happened, the 1996 Colorado Rockies. Another foul ball, and Crawford seemed kind of frozen in his tracks right there. Wasn't sure if Holland was going to throw over or go home with it. That's good. He's upsetting Carl Crawford's timing.
That's the name of the game. Keep him from timing your move.
Fastball is inside. Well, I mentioned yesterday a 12-3 loss. That puts the Rangers 7 back now with 10 to play. It's certainly not the best effort from Scott Feldman, unfortunately. Feldman looking for his 18th win. Holland strikes out Evan Longoria.
Good number of pitches there. Good assortment of pitches. Got him with a hard breaking ball for strike 3. That slider down and in. That'll get you some strikeouts right there. Good pitch by Derek. Not a strike, but Longoria couldn't lay off it.
Like that super slow-mo
Yeah,
cam
like
there.
that. See the rotation on the ball?
Now the Dallas Baptist product, Ben Zobrist, steps to the plate. With the Houston native Carl Crawford, the base runner. Boy, what a great year for Ben Zobrist. With Crawford going, Pudge is throwing, and it's right there to nail it.
That looked like Pudge 10 years ago making that throw.
He was MVP 10 years ago, leading the Rangers to the postseason. Outstanding work to cut down Carl Crawford. Win of this 2009 season, about to bat against James Shields, who was 10-11 for the 09 season. The Ranger lineup presented by Southwest Airlines. For Bone, Andrews, and Josh Hamilton is back after a 3-week absence. Bird, Blaylock, and Kinsler, who is looking for that 30th home run of the year to go with 30 steals. David Murphy's been hot of late. Then you've got Pudge, and then you've got Chris Davis. And as mentioned, James Shields on the mound. Here's the scouting report.
James Shields very consistent. 10-11 this season. His ERA has gone up a little bit in September. He's only been 1-1 with a 6.38 ERA in 3 September starts. This will be his 3rd straight year to have at least 200 innings pitched. He's given up 27 home runs this year. That's 3rd in the American League. And over the course of the last 3 seasons, he's been a little bit prone to the home run. Well, the guy that's thrown 215 innings the last 2 years, he'll probably be somewhere around 215 or a little bit higher this year. A quality pitcher.
He's got the only World Series win in Tampa Bay Rays history. Remember, they lost that series 4-1 to the Philadelphia Phillies last year. And just to break him down a little bit, he matches up well against the West for some reason. That includes the Rangers, but does not phase Bourbon. Base hit.
Well, Derek Holland had to contend with Carl Crawford at first base, but he did a great job of holding him close. And when he finally went, Pudge gunned him down. And now James Shields kind of be facing the same thing right here with Julio Bourbon. Shields has pitched 6 or more innings in 25 of 31 starts. Got a good changeup, sneaky fastball, just a good solid pitcher.
As he was winning in the postseason last year, they called him Big Game James, just like they used to call James Worthy with the LA Lakers years ago. And I guess that's where the similarities end, unless he breaks out some goggles or something here. Shields is a California native, cousin of a guy that we saw in that San Francisco Giants series. Aaron Rowand is his first cousin. Outside to Andrews, 1-1. Tampa Bay starters have gone more innings than any other team in the American League this year. And you talked about Shields, a guy that very consistently gives you 6 and 7 innings. Last time out it was 6, beating the Toronto Blue Jays. He struck out 7, walked only 1.
One of the reasons he throws a lot of innings is he doesn't throw many pitches per inning. He's thrown the 6th fewest pitches per inning. A little bit over 15 pitches per inning.
Going to throw to first a bunch though here, trying to keep Bourbon close. He is 17 of 19.
Shields has a very unusual way to get into his stretch.
Wave and a miss with Andrews trying to protect there. No throw for Navarro. It's stolen base number 18 for Jules Bourbon. The Rangers have a great shot here, Tag, of having 4 players with 20 steals this year.
Yep, and that was a hit and run. You could tell 2 ways. The way that Bourbon was looking in toward home plate to see what happened at the plate, and the way Elvis swung at a pitch that he probably wouldn't have swung at if it wasn't a hit and run.
These are the top 2 base stealing teams in the majors, the Rangers and the Rays. Bouncing ball heading near second base. Butler, rare misfire. And the Rangers have good speed aboard. Runners at the corners.
Well, Bartlett's a very fine fielding shortstop, and I think he would have made that play, although it would have been close with Elvis running on a slow hit ball.
Hitter, number 32,
he couldn't come up with it. We'll see if it goes as an infield single or an error.
Josh Hamilton is serenaded as he comes up for the first time in a long time.
There goes an infield hit.
The Rangers start out 2 for 2. And Hamilton at 49 runs batted in. It's been holding steady at 49 for 3 weeks. The pinched nerve in his lower back. And after a lot of fits and starts, a lot of times where he thought he was about ready to go, finally he is able to get back in there. Elvis is going, got a good jump. And apparently a foul ball. Yep, Elvis is going to have to go on back. I guess the hope is that for the Anaheim series coming up starting Monday, the Rangers are going to have to sweep all 4 games of that thing to have any shot to go forward. Finally, that will be when Young and Hamilton are back in the lineup together. Look out. That goes helicoptering. Hambone down on strikes. A surprise souvenir.
Great souvenir as long as no one gets hurt. I don't think anyone did.
I'll get the timing back down. That's what Ron Washington was most concerned about, getting Josh back in. Marlon Byrd leads the team in runs batted in now, leads the league in sacrifice flies. A fly ball of any depth right here and put the Rangers on top.
Shields has a good quick pickoff move to first base. Made a couple of those plays fairly close.
again off that very identifiable coming to the set position. We're not hurting for throws to first in this first inning, top or bottom.
He's throwing them all hard. It's like throwing a pitch. So he's getting his pitch count up there with all those throws to first base. It's the unusual way to get into the stretch, the way he crouches down before he comes to a set position. Mike Mussina used to have something a little bit like that.
Like that drinking bird that you see at Spencer's Gifts. Just kind of dip a little bit and then boop, pop right back up.
Well, you're going to see him do it right here. We got a good close-up view of him. There it is. Rather hard throw to first base.
Fans tend to get a bit more antsy when the visiting pitcher does that all the time. They gave Holland some leeway. Good size lead over there for Elvis. Marlon Byrd will take inside. Well, you can't help but the scoreboard watch now. You need all kinds of help. You need the Angels to cool down considerably. They play later tonight, do the Angels, against Oakland.
Basically, the Rangers have to win 7 out of 10.
There goes Marlon Byrd. Elvis was on the move. That ball taking off to the alley, and 2 runs are coming around. Marlon Byrd now with 83 runs batted in. Rangers by 2 early.
Oh, good start for the Rangers. Basically, the Rangers have to win 7 out of 10, and the Angels have to lose 10 straight.
Or the Rangers win 10 straight and the Angels go 3-7.
Yep. There's other combinations, but that's at the very least. If the Angels lose all 10, the Rangers have to win 7 to tie them.
Well, 4 of those they actually control. They play the Halos for 4 coming up.
They'd be almost, well, it's very difficult as it is right now. It'd be almost impossible if you didn't have the games with them.
That's why we're not even talking about catching Boston. Rangers are 8 back in that wild card with 10 to play. And on that one, you can just, well, let's face it, if the Rangers do go 9-1, the likelihood of the Red Sox with a bunch of home games coming up going 1-9, that one doesn't sound like it's going to happen. Getting away and down to third is Byrd.
Well, with 1 out, that's a big base to get.
Sure is. A little sac fly from Blaylock now can make it 3-0.
It's going to be a wild pitch, and looks like Tampa Bay moved their infielders in to try to cut the run off.
Pitch just stayed down and rattled around. Blaylock getting his 7th consecutive start. And this one, Tag has a chance to start out exactly how the other start Derek Holland had against Tampa Bay started out. Pitch out of a jam in the top of the first, dealing with Crawford as a base runner, and get 3 runs in the bottom of the inning. However, it's going to have to be an RBI from somebody else. Blaylock called out by Ed Rappiano.
Didn't matter whether Hank offered it the pitch or not. The call was strike on the outside corner anyway. I think Hank did hold his swing up, but the pitch caught the outside corner.
So now Kinsler 1 home run away from being a 30-30 man. Only 2 second basemen have ever done that. Alfonso Soriano, and he did it as a Ranger. Also Brandon Phillips. Kinsler can be number 3. Bashing this one foul. As Ian has been slumping of late, though, the batting average has dipped below 250, and if nothing else, even if that 30th home run never comes, just to get the batting average back into the 250s is something Ian would love to do. It's actually been 77 at bats since Ian's last home run. It was his longest drought of the year. Just trying to get that odometer to roll over 29-30. An unusual inning for Shields in that it's lasted so long. You mentioned earlier he's usually a guy that throws about a dozen pitches and that's it per inning.
Yeah, he's almost 10 pitches over what he's averaged this year. He throws a lot of strikes. 2.2 walks per 9 innings. That's the 7th fewest in the league. 6th fewest pitches per inning. And he hasn't gotten much run support either. He's only gotten 4.5 runs of support. That's the 6th lowest.
Kinsler goes from 0-2 to a walk.
The other thing that we've already mentioned, but Shields in September has won one and lost one, but his ERA is 6.38 in his 3 September starts.
Kind of unusual body language for him too. Normally he's a guy that just kind of stands up there like, I know what I'm doing. Throws immediately when he gets the ball. Just doesn't really look comfortable yet tonight. Another speedy runner to deal with. Kinsler with 30 steals. And a hot hitter at the plate, David Murphy. Yankees lead the Red Sox 5-0 tonight in the 3rd. A-Rod hitting home run number 28. The Yankees getting close to securing the AL East, but the Red Sox getting close to securing the wild card. You'd have both teams popping champagne corks on the same weekend for different reasons, but right there in the same corridor. Murphy. Again, the Rangers just trying to bulk up on the run support for Derek Holland here. Derek in search of his 8th win of the year against 12 losses. Kevin Millwood goes to the mound tomorrow. In there. Murphy is out, and so are the Rangers. They strand 2, but they score 2. And at the end of 1, good start for the Texas Rangers. TBAATTexas.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear right from the source, TexasRangers.com. A nice crowd on a nice night tonight. Only 2 home games left after this one. And the versatile Ben Zobrist taking strike 1 from Derek Holland. Zobrist is having a Mark DeRosa year. Play a whole bunch of different positions, drive in about 80 runs.
That's a good analogy. That's what he is, a younger version of Mark DeRosa. To be a younger version of Mark DeRosa, you have to be able to play shortstop, and Zobrist can.
He has started at 6 different positions this year. Tony Phillips used to be a guy like that too years ago. But you rarely see a guy pound the ball at the rate that Zobrist has been doing it when you're a so-called utility guy. 24 home runs.
He's got 923 OPS on base percentage plus slugging percentage.
This, however, is a pop-up. Out number 1. Holland will be home to Ohio soon enough. Again, the Rangers holding out the faint hope that they can play a little bit more in October than just the first handful of days. Season otherwise ends in Seattle October 4th. Burrell right away, chopper to short. Andrews lobs it across, 2 down. But it's so much easier to face Tampa Bay when guys like Bartlett and Crawford aren't on base with the threat to run around, huh?
Yeah, Bartlett and Crawford off the bases and Pena out of the lineup.
Right, Carlos Pena was having a great year, still leading the league in home runs, but some fractured fingers have him on the shelf the rest of the way. Here's Willie Ibar, whose brother just wore the Rangers out this year, had some great games with the Angels. Now, the Rays certainly not the same team without Carlos Pena. Was easily going to get to 40 home runs, might have had a shot at 50 had he stayed healthy.
A couple of years ago, Travis Hathaway was having an even better year than that when CJ hit him on the hand and broke his hand with about a month ago in the season.
Crawford got his season to an end in New York. It's a foul by Ibar. Now, Tampa Bay has lost 14 out of 20 now. And actually the hitting has hung in there. The pitching is what's let him down, especially the bullpen. Having lost 14 of 20, 9 of those 20 losses have been in the 8th inning or later. That is amazing. Their bullpen 0-8 during that time with an ERA of 6. And strangely, the manager's hair has turned from gray to black during that time. You would think it would be the other way around.
Well, it wasn't really a natural occurrence, though, was it?
To get it all lacquered up like that. Fascinating guy, Joe Madden. Manager of the year last year. Another foul by Ibar. Joe's the only manager in big league baseball that brings his bicycle with him on every road trip. He'll ride 70 or 80 miles a week. With Springsteen and Pavarotti on the iPod. An eclectic mix. Another foul ball. Madden got 27 of the 28 votes for manager of the year last year. Ron Gardenhire of the Twins got the other. We are destined to have a late night fireworks show after the game.
Ibar should be playing for the A's right now, the way he's hanging in there with this long at bat. I don't know that any team's given the Rangers, maybe the Yankees or the Red Sox, longer at bats over a 4-game stretch than the A's did out in Oakland.
Here's a 10th pitch of this at bat. Into the alley in right center, but whoa, Murphy's going to run it down. Almost overran it. Tampa Bay down in order, though. Ibar was not easy to put away. Brought to you by Geico, also by AT&T, and by Whataburger. Well, still getting the big ovations when he gets introduced here in Arlington. Pudge Rodriguez leading things off in the bottom of the second. You get the strong sense that Pudge really enjoys that, too. He'll step in there and then kind of step out, acknowledge the fans, and then step back in. "20 years ago is when he broke in professionally. Spent that 1 year at Gastonia, then it was up to Charlotte, Port Charlotte in 1990. 50 games at AA Tulsa in 91. And that was the entirety of his minor league career.
That's pretty amazing, boy. When you start your career when you're 17 and you get to the big leagues with 60 AA games under your belt.
James Shields going to strike him out.
That's 4 outs for Shields and 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's not really known as a big-time strikeout guy. So he did have 7 his last start. Some movement there.
Shields had a year a couple of years ago where he had 184 strikeouts. One thing he always has is a good strikeout to walk ratio. Almost 5-1 3 years ago, 4-1 last year, and about 3-1 this year. So it's gone from.
Chris Davis upper deck, number 20, and it's 3-0 Rangers. We haven't called him Crush in a while, but you're reminded that it fits. Sometimes he does just crush that ball.
Shields tried to get out ahead of him with a fastball that looked like it. Chris was more than ready for it. That's the 28th home run now that Shields has given up. Got a lot of the plate. And the next time felt anything hit it, it was in the upper deck. Hit a fan's hand.
Pretty swing in super slow-mo, huh?
One where you just put the bat down, and if you want, see how far it goes. If not, just go into your trot. It's going the minute it hit the bat.
Nice catch, huh?
Wow. Didn't realize the guy caught it.
Well, the Rangers had had only 3 home runs their last 11 games until Davis got a hold of that one. Bourbon slicing one. Let's see if he takes off for second. He's thinking about it. Yeah, there he goes. Head first in there with a double.
Speed is a beautiful thing. And it's nice to have a couple of guys like Bourbon and Andrus at the top of the lineup. If both those kids stay healthy, you could see those 2 kids hitting first and second for the Rangers for the next 10 years. Bourbon was hot the minute he got here, and he stayed pretty hot. Got his average well over 300 now with 120 at bats. Making pretty good contact. Still working on taking pitches, being selective. And definitely making things happen at the top of the order.
Now the Rangers have started with a bolt of energy here tonight. Nice to see. Those 2 guys you're talking about, Bourbon and Andrus, tagged so far 3 for 3 in the first 2 innings. Now Andrus caught at second base. That's too bad. Bourbon already on the run, will be doubled up. Ben Zobrist takes it away. With the Rangers hitting away, Chris Davis with his 20th home run of the season, and it's the Rangers 3, the Tampa Bay Rays nothing.
Where Texas is on top of Tampa by a score of 3-0 early. I'm Skip Baldwin tonight, filling in for my good friend Jim Knox, who's on a very special assignment. College football weekend for Jim. Time now for our Rangers Community Corner, and I want to introduce you to a very special person. This is Danielle Sofa from Heroes for Children. Tell me a little bit about this wonderful organization.
Heroes for Children provides financial and social
You're doing good.
to Texas families who have children battling cancer. In the past 5 years, we have helped 1,800 families, and no request has ever been denied.
These are children ages 0 all the way up to 22.
Yes.
And not just for the children, but also to assist their families.
Correct. We do help the families. The children are battling cancer, but it does definitely help the families in situations if they need rent or paid utilities. We do a lot of that.
Okay, and organizations like you always need help. Give us a website and phone number really quickly.
Our website is www.heroesforchildren.org, and our phone number is 214-256-5824.
Daniel Sofa, we appreciate all that you and your wonderful organization do for the families here in Texas. Children with cancer. Back to Josh. Josh?
All right, Skip, thank you very much, and welcome. Gabe Kapler, former Ranger, is going to give one a ride. Drilling it to left field, and Tampa Bay is on the board. 26th home run allowed by Derek Holland. We talked about it earlier. That's been the biggest issue he's been dealing with, is that long ball. And an amazing guy, Gabe Kapler. As a guy that hits it. This is a guy that was retired not too long ago. Now he's back and hitting home runs.
You have to go a long way to find someone in baseball that doesn't like Gabe Kapler. He hit a pretty good pitch, too. And a lot of times a pitcher will make a mistake and it'll turn into a home run. That wasn't that bad a pitch. That ball was down and in, slightly out of the strike zone. And in that particular case, you just say, nice hit. I made a decent pitch. I just got to tip my cap to the hitter.
And Kapler, who, as we said, had retired and got into the managing it business, went down to manage the Red Sox single-A team in Greenville, South Carolina. Kinsler a long run. This is foul. But anyway, Renaissance man that Gabe Kapler is. Once he did the managing thing, he kind of remembered, you know what, I still like playing baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers took him back. Now he's a Tampa Bay Ray.
And the main reason that Gabe was able to do that, too, he had the desire to do it, and he keeps himself in such impeccable condition that he was in great shape to do it.
Navarro smoking one foul.
Not many baseball players in better shape than Gabe Kapler. There's a lot of them in great shape nowadays with weight training and nutrition. More often than not, every baseball player, most baseball players are in great shape. But
Gabe was on the front end of that. You're right. I mean, when he was coming up in the Tigers organization, there weren't too many single-A, double-A guys that were as serious about nutrition and staying in shape like Gabe was. Slowly hit to short, backhand picked by Andrews, taking care of the slow-moving catcher Deanna Navarro. Of course, not too many guys playing single-A, double-A baseball have been on the cover of Italian Vogue either. Gabe was one of the very few baseball players who can say that. Making extra money as a male model back in the day.
If he's doing that in A-ball, he's probably making more money doing that than he was playing baseball.
One shoot.
A-ball has never made a minor league player rich.
Love it, be it, work it, own it. Work that catwalk there, Gabe. All right, meantime, B.J. Upton with a 1-0 count. And Holland off speed gets it by him. We mentioned earlier it has not been a fun year for B.J. Upton. A lot of big things expected of him this year. He had one really good month. He was the American League Player of the Month in June. That's going to work for him as he takes it into the left field corner. On his way to second base with a 1-out double. All the other months that are not June, he's hitting about 195. But there's his 31st double of the year. Upton had 7 home runs just in the postseason last year. But for the entire regular season in 09, he's only got 10. Top of the order, Jason Bartlett, who was robbed by Bourbon, made a running catch on him in the first. Something's got to give in Cleveland tonight, Tag. The Orioles have lost 7 straight. The Indians have lost 10 straight.
Someone's got to win that game.
You would assume. It's 3-2 Cleveland right now in the 7th inning. That ball fouled into the expanding crowd here tonight. Should have about 25, maybe 30,000 before it's done tonight. Bartlett is the tying man here in the top of the 3rd. And suddenly a guy that is a home run threat. He's got 14 of them this year. Last year he had 1. Matter of fact, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08. His first 5 years in the big leagues, he had 13 home runs combined. But now 14 in 2009. Bartlett, originally a San Diego Padres draft pick, then got spun to the Minnesota Twins. On to Tampa Bay in that Matt Garza and Delman Young deal.
Good call from the dugout right there.
Step off, right?
Yeah, Upton was inching toward 3rd, getting ready to take off. And someone from the dugout yelled, "He's going, step off." And Derek stepped off and foiled the stolen base attempt.
Inside. Bartlett had a full count his first time up as well. Check this one out with the tracker technology.
Not that far off the strike zone. I would have called it a strike.
Shame you're not umpiring tonight.
Yep, I might have called that a strike too.
A homer till your dying day.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Maddox out to the mound.
If I was the umpire when the Rangers played, the Rangers would lead the league in ERA.
If I was king of
The
Flores.
hitters would lead the league in on-base percentage.
Yeah, if we could all be.
A lot of opposing managers be getting kicked out of the game.
Give it the old Lieutenant Frank Drebin back there. Just do whatever you want to.
Yep. What'd you say? Okay, you're gone.
You out. You. I like the look of you. You can stay. Ed Rappiano out there to break it up. Home plate umpire. A lot of love for Mike Maddox this year in his first year as a Ranger pitching coach. Obviously with the team ERA having gone from dead last a year ago to a much more tenable situation here in 09. A lot of the credit does go to Greg Maddox's older brother. Oh, a good pitch in on Crawford. Tied him up. The Rangers for a little while this year were as high as number 2 in the league in ERA. They've kind of settled in now at number 5. Oh, excuse me, number 7. You know, my 5s look like 7s. Read my writing a little better. Tampa Bay is actually the number 5 team in ERA now. The Mariners lead the league in ERA. It's a weird year, Tag, because the three leaders in team ERA are not going to go to the postseason.
That's unusual.
Seattle, Chicago, and Oakland. All you ever hear, right, is how pitching wins and pitching carries into the playoffs.
You look at Seattle. They haven't hit much all season long, yet they've been competitive, more than competitive. They're having a good season. They're 7 games over 500, mainly because of their pitching. Oakland's got the two really nice young starters and a strong bullpen. Until recently, the last month, they haven't hit much either. It started to hit quite a bit the last month of the season, but until then, whatever they were doing in the way of winning was because of their pitching.
Tapper solely hit. Andrews cuts it off. Wins it to third. Great play.
It's a fast runner going to third, and that's obviously the only play he had. If it wasn't first and second, that's a base hit. But because it was a force out, it's a 6'5" fielder's choice, an unusual fielder's choice, but an unusual defensive player. And heads up play by Davis, getting over to cover third base.
Can we add that to the highlight reel that we showed in the pregame show?
Sure.
Great plays all year from the 21-year-old Ranger shortstop. There is ball one to Longoria. They do have stats to quantify all that now. Elvis indeed gets to more baseballs than any other shortstop. He does have the most errors among American League shortstops. But again, he's given himself more opportunities to either drop a ball or throw one away because he gets to so many. A man who gets to know baseballs makes very few errors. I think Confucius said that.
I know a few things Confucius said.
I don't think we're
about man playing a baseball game too.
If we were on the West Coast and on cable, we might be able to. A little too early for that tonight. Longoria, we mentioned earlier, top 3 in the league in runs batted in.
I knew a lot about Confucius when I was in like the 1st grade. I started to learn some of his sayings. Yeah.
Andrews can't get to that one. It's up and over him. And the Rays are on the board again. It is now 3-2. RBI number 109 for Longoria. Now he's got to bear down and get Ben Zobrist. Keep that lead.
Well, Longoria is probably one of the top 4 or 5 best young position players in baseball. Really come into his own quickly in his big league career. He's a college player, but he's a Gold Glove caliber third baseman. He's a run producer in the middle of the lineup. Signed a long-term contract to be in the middle of the Rays lineup for many years to come.
You got to be careful here. We know that Holland has had a problem sometimes keeping the ball in the yard. Zobrist has 24 home runs. Doug Mathis getting ready in the bullpen. Zobrist from Eureka, Illinois, and the son of a minister. I mentioned he went to Dallas Baptist University and excelled there. Ben married a lady who is the daughter of a minister, and it was actually quite an accomplished Christian singer. Juliana Zobrist has CDs out. and sings the national anthem often before Tampa Bay Rays games. Laced into left field, base hit. Bourbon is up with it, but will not have a play. And Derek Holland, after a decent start, has run into some problems here in the third inning.
A lot of the rectangle with number 4. Hard hit ball. The Rays. Almost. I got Dev. I didn't say the whole word. I didn't add the L.
You were going to say Devin Hester.
Yeah. I was thinking fantasy football. I can't get it out of my head. A lot of hard hit balls in this inning, though, for the Rays. Upton started it with Kepler actually with a home run. Upton, Longoria, and Zobrist both have hard hit balls to left field.
Change for a strike. Pat Burrell hit the first one he saw on the ground to short last inning. Disappointing year for the Ray Liotta lookalike, Pat Burrell. With the world champion Phillies last year, the team that beat these Tampa Bay Rays in the postseason. Just a .230 batting average in Tampa Bay.
Derek's run his pitch count up to 68 pitches now. Working hard, learning everything he can, battling to the best of his ability out there.
And again, things are going well for him for a stretch. He had those 3 games where the ERA was about 1. And now the last 6 games, his ERA is about 12.
I think the biggest difference is the same things that are true with any other pitcher. He had better, during that stretch, he had better command of his breaking balls. And obviously better command of his fastball, too.
Goes off speed to get Burrell and get out of the inning, but the Rays have tied it with 3 in the third. We're back in just a moment.
Calling on aim.
3-3 bottom 3, and here is Josh Hamilton back in the lineup tonight and grounding it sharply to first. Shields covers, and an 0 for 2 so far for Josh Hamilton in his return. We go back to our good friend Skip Baldwin
Well, thank you, guys. Guess what I found high up above first base? About 1920 crazy Canadians. Right? All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal with this group now. Here's the deal. They've come here to have a great time. Baseball, you guys are getting hockey tomorrow, right? A little exhibition with the Dallas Stars. And then you're going to do a little Dallas Cowboys on Monday, right?
That's correct, yep.
What made you guys fly south for the summer?
Well, we try and hit different parks all year. Like once a year, we hit different parks and go around the country and do different things. So.
Right, and Dallas has been a plus for you guys?
It's been number one on our list for a while, so we got her knocked off this year.
The guys always love Big D. There's lots of reasons for that, guys. Back to the action, Josh.
Guys, thank you. The blonde Jim Knox. Marlon Byrd with a foul. Now the Rangers had that 3-0 lead. Then Tampa Bay with the 3 spot in the top of the third. To right. The Marlins sent one out that way in the first inning. It knocked in a couple of runs as it got in between the center fielder and the right fielder. That one curled to the right fielder, Kapler. The other problem, there were not 2 guys on base. Laylock called out on strikes in the first inning. Had a very productive road trip, though. You can see he's had some decent career numbers against Shields, too. Hanks up to 25 home runs and certainly has not been an everyday player this year for the Rangers. This is his 440th at bat. Looks like Ian Kinsler will end up leading the team in at-bats this year. Normally that's the dominion of Michael Young, but with Michael only able to have 1 at-bat in the last 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks now. Michael will not lead the team in that department this year. When he comes back, he'll come back with a .322 batting average. Well, that injury, the timing of it, so unfortunate for so many reasons. Michael with that shot at a career best slugging percentage. Had a real legitimate shot at another 200 hit season. Blaylock sends it in the air to center. Well, the Rangers are down in order here in the third. And we go to the 4th inning tied 3-3. trivia question tonight. It's a good one tonight. What innovation in baseball medicine was first accomplished on this date in 1974? Taking you outside the box on this one a little bit. Answer coming up in the bottom of the fourth inning. Derek Holland's already had to throw 70 pitches in this game, trying to establish a nice quiet fourth is a possibility. Willie Ibar fought him for 10 pitches first time up. This time the at bat ends with pitch number 2. And Marlon Byrd pocketing that baseball. Now Holland's got to deal with Gabe Kapler, who ripped that home run to lead off the third inning. 7 home runs this year now for Gabe. He had 4 of them in consecutive games back during interleague play in June. So other than that one hot stretch for Gabe, only 3 home runs all year, including the one tonight. Gabe is still a Ranger record holder. He's the only Ranger ever to have a 28-game hitting streak.
Gabe is not the kind of hitter you would expect to have a 28-game hitting streak.
Halfway to DiMaggio. But you're right. I mean, kind of a...
He'd be the kind of hitter, you know, you might say he had 6 home runs in a week and drove in 15 runs, but not a 28-game hitting streak.
There's a home run from his last inning. Well, here's one for you to impress your friends. You ready?
Yeah.
Gabe Kapler's 28-game hitting streak. That is 5 games longer than the longest ever hitting streak that Ted Williams had.
Wow.
Ted never had a 24-game hit streak. Now, he once had a streak where he reached base 84 games in a row, but there were so many games where he'd go, you know, for example, 0 for 1 with 3 walks.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to compare like that. He never had a 200-hit season either because of all those walks. Plus, they played a 154-game schedule. They didn't get quite the chances that guys who play 162 games and don't walk yet.
None of the Red Sox top 20 hitting streaks of all time are by Ted Williams. Their record is 34 by, of all things, a DiMaggio, Joe's brother Dom. That ball lofted to right, and there's that nice quick inning that Derek Holland was hoping to have. And the Rangers will roll back up to the plate in a 3-3 ball game. A question. What was accomplished on this date in 1974 for the first time? That would be your very first Tommy John surgery, ironically performed on Tommy John. And the success rate for that surgery now stands at better than 90%. Originally, Dr. Job gave Tommy John a 5% chance of being able to resume his career. Now the success rate when you have that surgery stands at over 90%. And our Geico quote from Tommy John. That's pretty good.
Well, Tommy John won a lot of games after that surgery, though.
He's not the only one. David Wells, Mariano Rivera, John Smoltz, Kerry Wood. Yeah, Tommy John pitched 14 more years after that surgery. Pitched until the age of 46. And you're right, Tag. He won 164 more games after the surgery.
That's amazing.
Kinsler yanks one foul. That surgery replaces the stabilizing ligament in the elbow with another tendon from a wrist or an ankle or a hamstring. And it was initially called reconstruction of the ulnar collateral ligament surgery. But Dr. Job realized that's a mouthful. Said Tommy John surgery rolls off the tongue pretty nicely. We'll just call it that. And he never did trademark the procedure. In fact, he openly taught it to surgeons across the country. Dr. James Andrews, I guess, is the other now renowned specialist when it comes to that procedure. Kinsler draws the walk leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. That's two of those for Ian. Another chance for the Rangers to run now, too. Remember, Ian's got 30 steals. You know what you don't hear about that often, Tag, but it does happen, is position players having the Tommy John surgery. Paul Molitor is a guy that had it done, and he kept his career going. It's almost like it's a badge of honor now, you know, to have that surgery done.
I was talking to Dr. Keith Meister, the Rangers orthopedic doctor, a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about how many young pitchers, kids in junior high, almost high school, are having that procedure done. More and more, you're seeing young kids come in because of injuries, wanting to have that surgery. I'm sure because of the success rate and how well pitchers have come back from it.
Tampa Bay, remember when they picked Dewan Brazelton in the first round? Pitching prospect. He had it done when he was 15. Infield, a double play depth. And Murphy takes it foul, 2-2. Yankees still lead the Red Sox 6-1. That game's in the 6th inning. A-Rod and Victor Martinez have traded to home runs. That's Jabba Chamberlain going for the Yankees tonight, and boy, they need him to get things straightened out. It has not been good for young Mr. Chamberlain of late, but he's pitching well tonight.
Well, Jabba will be in the bullpen, I'm sure, in the playoffs. I can't imagine he's going to be one of their top 3 starters. Might be the 4th starter and get a start. But a lot of people have felt all along he might be more valuable as a late inning bullpen guy.
The Yankees able to ease up on the throttle anyway right now. CC Sabathia was supposed to start tonight, but they're going to bump him to tomorrow. The pitch tracker brought to you by Ambit Electricity. Kinsler goes, line shot, base hit. Kinsler to third.
Yeah, that ball wasn't that far away from Zobrist, but it was hit so hard he couldn't get to it. What a rope by David.
And a great chance for Pudge. Runners at the corner thanks to David Murphy. Fourteen-time All-Star Pudge Rodriguez. Bouncing ball past the mound. There's Zobrist, and there's a double play. Kinsler comes across, though. If you're going to hit into a double play, might as well be with a runner at third. Rangers ahead 4-3. No RBI for Pudge. Not the Rangers, having squandered a 3-0 lead, able to grab that lead back. Chris Davis homered on the first pitch he saw in the second inning. This time he gets a changeup. Takes it for strike one. Off speed again.
And Shields has a real good changeup. He could throw a lot of them. He throw them back to back with no problem. Nowadays, durable pitchers who can win you 12 or 15 ball games and throw 215, 220 innings every year are very valuable guys.
Well, that's what Shields prides himself on being able to do year in, year out. This will be 3 straight years that he's at 215 innings. In fact, he was at exactly 215 in both 07 and 08. I'm going to take you back to the Chris Davis at bat in the second inning. Little power, little speed for the Rangers tonight. Now the stolen base from Bourbon, the home run from Davis. Swinging here, he pops it up. But the Rangers able to squeak across the run in the bottom of the fourth inning on a double play ball of all things. 4-3 Rangers. By Corona, official sponsor of the timeout, and by Hand Cooked Tires, tame the road. Rangers lead the season series against Tampa Bay 4-2. They lead this game 4-3. And the speedy B.J. Upton will lead things off in the 5th inning. Derek Holland may not get past 5 innings tonight. He's already at about 80 pitches. There is action again in the Ranger bullpen. One bad inning for Derek. Gave up 3 runs in the 3rd. He had a 1-2-3 second, a 1-2-3 4th to sandwich that. Kinsler can't get it. A base hit for Upton. He is a threat to run. Pretty much everybody for Tampa Bay is a threat to run. That's too bad. A 2-strike pitch. Look at that bloated 3rd inning. Top of the order, Jason Bartlett. Bartlett with an 8-game hitting streak right now. Got him. Frozen. B.J. Upton will be tagged out by Blaylock. That's the way to take care of a speedy base runner.
They get that leadoff man on with speed in the top of the order coming up. It'd be very difficult to keep them from scoring under those circumstances normally. But he just froze Upton. Didn't look like Upton was leaning toward second. He was just standing there.
To possum in the high beams right there.
Picked him off.
George Hendrick, the first base coach, seemed a bit surprised too. They used to call him Silent George, and that's pretty much what he was right there. Not a lot anybody could do. He must have played against George Hendrick when he was with the Indians.
Yeah, I remember playing against George. I couldn't remember whether he was with the A's or who he was with, but I definitely remember playing with him, against him.
Started with the A's and only played about 100 games for them total, but then several years with Cleveland, long time with the Cardinals.
Well, I actually played with him the couple of months I was with the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
He was with the Cardinals.
Finished up as an Angel. Also had a pit stop in Pittsburgh as well.
He's a good hitter. Used to hit with a closed stance, and he could drive the ball to the gaps, boy. Line drive hitter.
18 years in the big leagues. Here's ball 4 to Bartlett, who has walked twice. Yeah, George Hendrick was a 4-time All-Star.
Doug is definitely ready. He's already been throwing once, and he's ready this time around. I know Ron would love to let Derek get through 5 innings, leave with a lead, and have the Rangers hang on and win a ball game and get Derek a win. Derek's at 86 pitches, pretty high pitch count with 1 out in the 5th inning.
Down and away to Carl Crawford. He just had a home run against Roy Halladay earlier in the week. Got 3 career home runs against Roy Halladay. I like it when Holland challenges the lefties with that fastball like that. He's been able to get ahead rather consistently the last few innings. But remember how this inning began. Upton with an 0-2 count with a single. Here it is 1-2 to Crawford. Let's see if Holland can finish the job. You bet. Set him up with the fastball and then the off-speed stuff to get the strikeout.
Good curveball right there from Derek. Throws a curveball and a slider. Really made Crawford look bad with that nice curveball.
Now the RBI machine, Evan Longoria. Off the end of the bat. And Kinsler fades back into shallow right. Holland has pitched long enough to be eligible for a win now. 5 innings, and he's got the 4-3 lead. Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and on TBS. It all starts on October the 7th with a division series. Bourbon, whoa, can we save the first? Shields lunging to actually pick the ball up off the Bourbon bunt. He was closer to throwing it to second base than first.
I love the fact that Julio keeps on bunting. He's bunted 4 or 5 balls back to the pitcher over the last week or 10 days, but he keeps on doing it, and this is going to be a huge part of his on-base percentage, is being able to lay down a bunt. If he gets it past the pitcher in any way, he'll generally beat it out at first base. The only team that's foiled that attempt was the Angels when Ibar slipped over, or maybe Kendrick slipped over from second base to cover first, but generally the second baseman can't do that. And if he gets it between the first baseman and the pitcher, it's a base hit.
Well, the Rangers already have run with Bourbon. He had the steal back in the first inning. This is the inning, the lucky inning, where we get to chat up Mr. Steve Busby. I'm under express orders, so not to ask Buzz any questions. So
maybe Buzz can ask you some questions.
Yeah. Ask me if I think Bourbon's going to steal second base. I think yes.
You think yes?
Yeah.
Good call, John.
Thank you very much, Buzz. I just had a hunch.
Yeah.
That's 2 of those. Well, you got to love, I mean, the fact that the Rangers now have 4 legitimate base stealing threats in their lineup if you include Nelly Cruz, and I think you do have to include Nelly Cruz.
But you do. I mean, I think this is the first team I can remember with the Rangers that have had the ability to put this kind of pressure by running on a team's defense and on pitching. And boy, it just opens up so many different avenues for you, I think.
They have good solid team speed. Even some of the guys who don't steal a lot of bases still run well and are good base runners.
Translates into that ratio of stolen bases to stolen base attempts. It's been so good. Best in baseball. There's Steve Busby, ladies and gentlemen.
You can slow that down a little bit so Tom can analyze it. No, don't do that.
We got that super slow-mo cam just for you tonight. Nice bunt by Elvis Andrews. The sacrifice. So a bunt hit and a sac bunt.
That's just about exactly what you want to do. Bunt it hard so the third baseman has to field it. No one at third. Guy waltzes into third and you get your sacrifice, get the job done.
Well, Josh Hamilton comes up, and I'll try not to phrase this in the form of a question, Buzz. I'll just make a statement. It's nice to see Josh Hamilton back out there.
It makes a huge difference, Josh. I think that just the addition of Josh's name into the lineup, it picks everybody up, and I don't really care what he does tonight. I mean, for his sake, I'd like for him to, hit 3 home runs and drive in 7 runs.
That, though, is not what you wanted. Bourbon breaking, though. He's coming home. He is going to score. Everybody's safe.
That's some good base running right there. Bourbon inched off the bag. As soon as he sensed Ibar was going toward Hamilton, he took off. Forced the throw. Ibar's throw was a little bit off, and Julio came in with a run score. That's speed, the essence of speed right there. A bunt hit, a stolen base, a sacrifice, and great base running to sneak home with Ibar going to sleep, kind of. I think he thought he'd stopped, which he did, but he just kept on going.
Boy, why not at least tag Hamilton going by? I mean, you're kind of right there anyway. But he got nothing. It's an RBI for Josh, all thanks to the speed of Bourbon. And that gives Hamilton 50 runs batted in for the year. Line shot caught at third, and now Hamilton is going to be doubled off. Wow, Buzz, thanks for coming by.
Hey, nice talking to you guys. Well, thanks for not asking me any questions.
You didn't ask him any questions.
No, I appreciate that.
Took a line drive double play to kind of make that happen, but boy, Bourbon has been the man of the night. He is 3 for 3, 2 steals, and he basically stole home right there too to make it 5-3. His pickup truck is a Ford F-150, and by Jack Daniels. Your friends at Jack Daniels remind you to drink responsibly. Julio Bourbon is 3 for 3 for the Rangers tonight. We talk about the youth on parade for the Rangers. Holland has started. Bourbon backing him. And now on the mound to try to get through the next inning or two. Again, youth on display. Neftali Felice will take over. And if indeed it's all about just starting to look forward now to what should be a very fun 2010. Well, the likes of Bourbon and Holland and Felice, certainly a big part of that. You can put Elvis Andrus on that list, and Elvis has had a big night tonight too.
Yeah, Elvis and Julio are going to be a huge part of the lineup in first and second for many years to come. They're young, but they're learning how to play the game. They're learning how to bunt, learning how to take pitches, learning how to get on base, and they'll get better and better as hitters with the experience they're getting.
Popped in right by Zobrist. No secret that the velocity has been down for Felice. We saw him debut throwing 100, 101. And lately, pretty consistently, 92 to 94. With one down, we go to John Radigan.
Josh, we want to remind everybody, as we usually do at this time during the ball game, to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. That's twitter.com/FS Southwest. I'm wondering tonight, tweet us your response. 10 left. How many will the Rangers win? We talked about if they win 7, they get to 90 wins on the season. What do you think? We'll answer your best Twitter questions on the postgame show Rangers Live as Hank Blaylock puts that one away, and I send it back to you, Josh.
I appreciate it, Mr. Twitter.
Before the next hitter, Josh, congratulations are in order tonight.
Yeah.
For Charles and Gloria McMurray, married on Monday. Charles is the brother of Carla Janeway, our own Empress. Not many people have an Empress, but we do. I am told that he is also known as T-Bone.
T-Bone.
So congratulations and many happy years to come. From your friends with the Rangers and your sister, the Empress.
2 strikes to Willie Ibar. A great start for Neftali Felice. Well, Derek Holland ends up going 5 for the Rangers. He is on line for a victory. All 3 runs he allowed were packed into that 1 inning. Top of the 3rd. That one knocked foul by Ibar. Nice play in the crowd. Fired up.
I don't blame him.
That guy looks like a T-Bone too. Best nickname ever. Outside to Ibar. Rangers out hitting the Rays 7-5 tonight. And leading 5-3. Into the crowd. It'll be interesting to see what the Rangers have in mind in terms of a role for Neftali Felice in 2010. If he gets a shot to go to the rotation out of spring training, or if he stays in the pen. Into right, base hit. I mean, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Tying man comes up. It's Gabe Kapler. Kapler will be pinch hit for.
Gabe Gross is going to pinch hit for the Rays. Boy, that's pretty tough. You hit a home run in the ball game and then get pinch hit for it, but it's kind of a platoon situation. Gabe is going to hit against the lefties. Gross is going to hit against the righties at least. Gross has 268 at bats on the season, most of them against right hitters.
So it's a Gabe either way in right field. Gross in for Kapler. And Police again able to get ahead 0-2. The Indians' losing streak is over, Tag. 4-2, the Tribe over the Orioles tonight. Now the Orioles have lost 8 straight.
Well, maybe they can work on that tomorrow.
Only the 4th win all year for Fausto Carmona. A couple of years ago he had 19. Now one squirts outside, 1-2. Yankees lead the Red Sox 7-3 in the 6th inning. David Ortiz is hit number 27 for Boston. You know, he's got more home runs this year than he had last year.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. I mean, he only had 2 as of June 6th. Gabe Gross down on strikes. Neftali Feliz got him. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The Rangers lead by a pair. Worth $600 plus tickets to a Ranger game and dinner for 2 at Sonic. Good luck to Jerry Mills from Richardson. If a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, we're giving away $25,000, and you can register at any North Texas Sonic restaurant. Here is Hank Blaylock. He's got a couple of home runs in his career against James Shields. Rangers tonight have a home run from Chris Davis and a big night on the bases from Julio Bourbon. Adds up to a 5-3 Ranger lead. Rangers trying to get to 84 and 69, keep their faint playoff hopes alive. There's that change from Shields, 1-2. Gabe Gross stays in the game in right field as anticipated. Chop ball past the mound. And the bounce out for Blaylock, bringing up Kinsler.
I want to thank the cookie lady, Shirley Coast, for a great batch of cookies. The pineapple pecan with caramel icing. She calls them the Cat's Meow, named after Frank Catalanato. We've had cookies named after Kevin Mench.
Wow, yeah,
and now Frank Catalanato.
We're going old school here.
Old school cookies. Thank you, Shirley.
We need like Craig Worthington cookies.
I don't know if Shirley goes back quite that far.
Richie Zisk cookies.
And I know she doesn't go back that far.
Hey, we got a quick shout out too. Just got an email in here, Tag. This is from a Ranger fan, Jesse, who's with wife Ranger fan Ashley. And they're watching from a hospital room in Wichita Falls. Their daughter Kendall has just been brought into the world.
Wow.
And we're saying hello to some Wichita Falls Ranger fans. 3 of them now instead of 2.
That's great. Congratulations, kids.
Kinsler jackhammers one foul.
Nice play. He caught that in the air. That was a real nice play. Hopefully it didn't bounce off somebody else and softly drop right into his hands.
Wonder how often Ranger baseball is on the air in delivery rooms.
Good question. I don't know.
Remember working for the Tigers. Speaking of Frank Catalanato, when my son Kobe was born, and missing the game obviously to be there for the birth. And
was it on in the delivery room?
Well, no, it was I had to get updates on well, a competing network. They had that crawl going on. That was the night that Mike Mussina was working on a perfect game.
Oh yeah.
Into the 9th inning. Cat broke it up in the 9th inning. I'm thinking, boy, I'm going to miss a perfect game here. But Cat made sure that didn't happen. Out number 2, Kinsler retired for the first time tonight. How many times were you actually in the delivery room?
None.
Really? Over, huh?
The first, when our first child was born, I was in summer camp in the Army Reserves. I had permission to leave and get home. But by the time they got a hold of me and the time I got home, I missed by about an hour.
Wow.
When our second child was born, I was in Milwaukee on the last day of a road trip, and he was due to be born in like 4 or 5 days, and he came early, and I got the call while I was in the delivery room. And a similar story with our daughter. I was in spring training and just didn't get back in time. So I have that major regret in my life that I missed all 3 of them.
Your first and only 0 for 3.
No, I had a lot of 0 for 3s, but that's the worst 0 for 3.
Our producer Kurt Dykert is batting .500 in that department.
Well, that's probably one of the few times that hitting .500 is not very good.
Murphy with a foul. But Kurt reports that when his son Fritz was born, he was watching the Rangers and the Cleveland Indians in the delivery room.
Wow.
Murphy with another foul ball.
Watching the Rangers in Cleveland back then, that'll make the baby come quicker. Yikes. Let's get this baby so we don't have to watch any more of this.
Let's go. 2-2 to Murphy. Got him. James Shields hanging right in there. Another 6-inning stint for him. That's kind of par for the course for him. Rangers leading though 5-3 tonight. Holland and Police so far on the mound, but that's going to change here. Darren O'Day will take over. Getting into his 60th game now as a Ranger. Boy, what a year it's been. Breakthrough season with a 1.9 ERA. O'Day trying to help out Derek Holland. Last night when the plane got in, it was Holland trying to help out O'Day. Kind enough to wait around for his suitcase. Those guys are roommates here in the Metroplex. Oh, poor Derek was waiting and waiting for that bag to come off, and it slowly dawned on him that he probably missed it going by, because that last bag came off and
it wasn't his.
Just wasn't there. So all good intentions. Major attaboy to Derek Holland. That's a good roommate right there. At least he tried. And now Darren O'Day will begin to Deanna Navarro. 8-9-1 in the Tampa Bay batting order. Nice crowd tonight. Fireworks after the game. Rangers still have that outside, very outside shot. They'll still be playing on October 6th or 7th. They need a lot of help. They can make their own breaks when they play the Angels next Monday through Thursday. Wave and a miss. Down goes Deanna Navarro.
That is.
B.J. Upton will come up next. We go to Skip Baldwin.
All right, we've got our progressive fan of the game. I'm way down the first base line, and this is Shuggy Wilson and her entire family. You know, Dallas is a little crazy, right? We've got the ex-husband, we've got the current husband, and we got the whole family. You guys wave over there. All right, this is Shuggy next to me. You are a progressive fan of the game. Are you having a great time?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Ranger fan for like 15 years, right? 15 years?
Yes.
They're still in this thing. Don't give up.
They're going to go all the way.
All right, Shuggy, thanks for being with us. All right, family wave, everybody. It's a great section out here, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Skip. There is a broken bat fly ball from B.J. Upton. And Bourbon, like it's no big deal. Boy, he's having a nice game. Bourbon on base 3 times. Another stolen base. Now we're talking about the Rangers playing the Angels tag. The 2010 schedule is out. The Rangers and Angels next year are going to finish up against each other, and it's a 4-game series here.
Good.
And if indeed it's going to be a lot of Rangers and Angels baseball that means something next year, a lot of people think that's going to be the case.
But basically, if you go backwards from the last 7 games this year, that's what you've got next year.
That's exactly right. The Rangers finished this year at the Angels and at Seattle. Next year it is Seattle coming here and the Angels coming here.
So we open up at home and end at home.
That's rare too.
I love that.
Monday, April 5th is the home opener next year with the Toronto Blue Jays coming in. We'll see if Roy Halladay is part of the Blue Jays experience then. Toronto and Seattle on that first homestand of 2010. A drive in a right center field by Jason Bartlett. Long run at the wall. Marlon Byrd to get the Rangers to the 7th inning stretch, leading 5-3. To bring you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T is your world delivered. In a game summary as James Shields continues to work. Julio Bourbon been on base plenty. Chris Davis didn't stay on base long, just circled the bases for his 20th home run. Derek Holland can get a win out of this. The Rangers looking for win number 84 here in 2009. Pudge Rodriguez actually at the plate when the Rangers took the lead, but did not get an RBI. That was a double play ball that got the Rangers on top. Wave and a miss. A tough night at the plate for Pudge. Couple of strikeouts in the double play. And it will bring up Chris Davis. Tag, we were talking last half inning about 2010 and the early look at the schedule. The Rangers will go to Yankee Stadium and Fenway in April. Cleveland on that same road trip, so bring a coat.
Yeah, that'll be a dress warmly for that whole trip probably.
The Rangers at that new outdoor stadium in Minneapolis. I think we were both kind of dreading like an April 11th kind of thing, but no, it's going to be end of May and nice. Beginning of September, which will be kind of brisk but nice. Well, the Rangers have the Cubs coming in as part of interleague play. That'll be the weekend, well, the fourth weekend in May is when that is. Astros come in again. I'm going to try to sell this one. You ready?
Ready.
And the Pirates come in for a midweek series in June.
Well, one thing for sure, they have to be better than they are now, don't they?
Well, I'm sure people in Pittsburgh can only hope. That is outside, 1-2. Now, legitimately, I mean, there are going to be some series in demand. The Yankees come in on a weekend in September. Davis down on strikes. That'll be a very high demand weekend. The Red Sox are in on a weekend in August. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there will probably be some tickets available for the midweek games against the Pirates. Of course, the Astros in on a weekend. That'll be a huge series again. And you get the sense that any time the Angels are in now. On the ground, first base. The first time Bourbon has been retired tonight. Well, James Shields has given his team 7 innings. He's actually retired the last 9-10 in a row. 5-3 our score at the end of 7. Ben's attention assist of the game. Look at the work by Elvis Andrews here, Tag.
That's some kind of play right there. Some kind of play. There's absolutely no play to be made. It's a base hit with Crawford hitting it, and he kind of steals it out. The other part of it was B.J. Upton was running, and he can really run, so there wasn't a lot of time to make that play either.
C.J. Wilson now will face Carl Crawford as we go to the 8th inning. Rangers lead 5-3. Holland for 5, Police for 1, O'Day for 1, and now this sets up pretty nicely. You get an inning out of Wilson. You get Frankie Francisco out there to close. And C.J. Wilson getting into his 70th game of the year. Updating some scores for you. The Yankees 8, Red Sox 3 now in the 7th inning. Blue Jays beat the Mariners tonight 5-zip behind Roy Halladay, who's now a 16-game winner. And Aaron Hill, home run number 34. That is some kind of season for their second baseman. There's a walk for Crawford. Now Carl Crawford trying to run the bases in the first inning. Our Coors Light freeze cam. Pudge Rodriguez writes the speeding ticket. He's done that before. Down 2. We'll see if the Rays are looking to run, if only to stay out of the double play. Keep in mind, Longoria's hit into more double plays than anybody in the American League. That doesn't seem right. I mean, because Bartlett and Crawford are usually the guys on base in front of him. A lot of speed. But it's true. 27 times Longoria's grounded into a double play. He lined into one earlier tonight. He's going to do it again. Double play. No one lines into a double play in Arlington, Texas like Evan Longoria. CJ's thrown only 2 strikes, and he's got 2 outs. Now deals to Zobrist and gets the strike. Tag, things are getting interesting in that AL Central. The Twins lead tonight in Kansas City 6-4, and the Tigers trail in Chicago 2-0. That game's in the 8th. Jake Peavy on the mound for the White Sox. And they are leading the Tigers 2-zip. See, the White Sox got something out of Peavy after all. Ooh, that one lined foul right near the president's box over there. Check the AL Central, brought to you by Jack in the Box. If Ben Zobrist would have lined that one off of Nolan Ryan, he might have gone over there personally to apologize. A little bit in. And there's the protection provided down there for Dale Petrosky and Nolan Ryan.
No protection for the guard, though.
No.
He's showing his agility. He can get out of the way.
C.J. Wilson getting out of the inning. A 5-3 lead for the Rangers. Bottom of the 8th coming up. At the ballpark, let the Rangers show you their appreciation for your support this year. They'll take on the Tampa Bay Rays. For tickets, TexasRangers.com or 972 Rangers. Tampa Bay also in town tomorrow night. A crowd of 29,232 here this evening. They're going to watch some fireworks after the game. The Rangers trying to win this first of a 3-game series. And they're going to have to face a new Tampa Bay pitcher right now in the bottom of the 8th, leading 5-3. Grant Balfour, the Australian, that comes in there. And he will take on Elvis Andrus. Balfour had a tremendous 2008. Not quite the same numbers here in 09. Still a guy who's pretty tough to hit. On the ground, Andrus to short. 1 up, 1 down, and the numbers on Grant and Balfour. Josh Hamilton will take his opportunity. And his return to the lineup tonight. Josh DHing and has not hit the ball out of the infield yet. It's just nice to have him back. Next would be Michael Young. And the hope is that by that Anaheim series, Michael Young can return. From Sydney, Australia, Grant Balfour. We saw him as a Minnesota Twin. But boy, he did not do as a Twin what he did as a Tampa Bay Ray last year. He had a 1.5 ERA last year. Gave up 28 hits in 58 innings. Phenomenal. Hamilton strikes out. And Frankie Francisco getting ready. Way back in the first inning, Marlin doubled in a pair of runs. You can make the case that's the difference in the game right now. 5-3 Rangers. Strike one. And by the way, Tag, the Angels and the A's are through one inning, no score tonight. Jared Weaver going for the Halos tonight. If all goes well, the Rangers will be 6 back come tomorrow morning with 9 to play. And the possibility still does exist that a miracle can happen, because the Rangers play the Angels 4 games in Anaheim next week. You have to sweep. Over in the National League, the Mets beat the Marlins 6-5, and that's a blow to the Marlins' playoff hopes. They had the lead, did the Marlins, 5-3 late, but 1 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th, and the Mets steal one in Miami. Also, the Dodgers, Tag, were looking to clinch a playoff berth tonight in Pittsburgh, and that seemed like a kind of a slam dunk, but it didn't happen. Pirates beat them 3-1. Pirates had lost 9 of 10, 23 out of 26. Fouled by Bird. Team that's really coming on for a wild card possibility is Atlanta. They started this evening 3 games back in the loss column. And the Colorado Rockies, at last check, were tied 1-1 tonight with the St. Louis Cardinals late in that game. Marlin working hard, draws the walk.
A lot of pitches way out of the strike zone and a couple right in the middle of the rectangle. All adds up to a walk for Marlin.
All right, not leaving the call on the table. Putting it in for Hank Blaylock right here. Hank's got 25 home runs for the year. And blast away, get number 26. That would spoil a save chance for Frankie Francisco, but give the Rangers a more comfortable lead. Braves won their game in Washington tonight 4-1. Javier Vazquez wins again. He's 15-9. So the Braves could be 2 back in the loss column if the Cardinals win in Denver tonight. Cubs and Giants are scoreless early. Reds are hammering the Astros tonight 10-2 in the 7th. Got the hitter's count of 3-1. Three and 2. 5, 6, 7 in the order will be due for Tampa Bay in the 9th. Rangers out hitting the Rays 7-6. Runner goes. That's ball 4, and Kinsler will come up now. Kinsler having walked twice tonight himself. And Jim Hickey is out there to have a word with Balfour. Was just granted ball 4. Craig Gentry's going to pinch run for Blaylock. triple header action presented by Phillips HD tomorrow. Big time college football Saturday. It all starts at 10:30 a.m. with the Big 12 Live kickoff show. Southern Miss and Kansas, UTEP and UT. Which game is our Jim Knox at? Is that one?
I don't know. I don't know which one he's at.
No, he's at Kansas, we're told. For the Golden Eagles and the Jayhawks. Then Washington State and USC at night. Couple of 2-out walks, and now Kinsler trying to put it away for the Rangers. Ian's only had one 3-walk game in 2009. This could be his second. We've been talking about how he's pushing for that 30th home run, but I think that's a good sign that he's not pushing too hard tonight. Willing to walk twice already. One and one. Brewers lead the Phillies tonight 8-4. Prince Fielders hit number 43. That's high, 2-1. One home run for the Rangers so far tonight. That was Davis back in the second. Gabe Kapler hit one out for Tampa Bay. High pop up into the crowd of 29,000 plus. That's one where it helps to be tall. Look at that group. They were away getting drinks and stuff. They missed a foul ball.
Foul balls bring a lot of smiles to fans' faces, whether they catch it or not. In most cases, they're just glad to get out of the way.
Balfour in danger of walking a third straight Ranger with 2 out. Runners go. Kinsler hammers away. He's a 30-30 man. Home run. And the monkey leaps off the back of Ian Kinsler. He's been stuck on 29 for seemingly forever. Patience is rewarded. The 2 walks, a 3-2 count there. He did it.
Yeah, you don't think that's been on his mind? Look at the look of relief on his face and the smiles on the faces of his teammates.
Just the third second baseman in Major League history to have 30 homers and 30 steals in one season. He got the 30th bag yesterday. Got the 30th home run tonight. And there was no doubt about it. Michael Young seemed as happy as Ian. Murphy down on strikes, but the Rangers not only now lead the game by 5, they've made a little bit of history tonight. Their second baseman is a 30-30 man. Congratulations to Ian Kinsler. Ranger Baseball brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. By Progressive, for a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. And by the Ford F-150. It's not just a pickup truck, it's a Ford F-150. Ian Kinsler for 3 weeks had been stuck on that number 29. But his 30th home run of the year has given the Rangers an 8-3 lead. And you can almost feel the breath coming out of Ian Kinsler, exhaling from all the way up here as he unloaded on Grant Balfour. Now the Rangers trying to protect an 8-3 lead here in the top of the ninth. And Frankie Francisco, what is obviously no longer a save situation, but puts the Rangers 3 outs away from winning tonight in front of a nice home crowd. That 3-week run that we were referencing, Ted, Kinsler had only 2 runs batted in 3 weeks. And then on that one satisfying swing, he drove in 3. There's a strike to Pat Burrell. Omar Vizquel's in the game now at third. And Chris Davis over to first. Blaylock is out. Foul tip to make it 3-2. But Frankie was throwing real well the other day, wasn't he? Closed it out against Oakland. Burrell, Ibar, and Gross, the scheduled hitters here in the ninth. A fireworks show set for after the game. Don't forget Rangers Live coming up after the game as well. Another foul by Burrell. Only 6 hits tonight for Tampa Bay off of 5 different Ranger pitchers.
Yeah, they got 4 hits in the 3rd inning when they scored their 3 runs. Other than that, they've only had 2 hits. Derek settled down after the 3rd inning, pitched a solid 4th and 5th inning, stands to get the win if the Rangers end up winning this game.
Burrell now 0 for 4. Flies to his former Philadelphia teammate Marlon Byrd. We go to John Radigan.
Yeah, Josh, you were talking about Rangers Live. Here's what I know we'll have on Rangers Live. I know we'll have an interview with Ian Kinsler about joining the 30-30 club. I know we'll have expert analysis from Steve Busby, and I predict Rockets red glare. Nothing short of bombs bursting in air. Yeah, we'll show you a little bit of the fireworks ceremony at home, too. It's all coming up. Rangers Live in just a couple of outs.
Nice, Rads. Thank you very much. Look forward to it. Willie Ibar takes a strike. Now, in a very tender moment after Kinsler hit that home run tag that made him a 30-30 man, just to see how much Michael Young appreciated the fact that his good buddy was able to finally get that done. Remember, Kinsler kind of started out as the Robin to Michael Young's Batman, the Norton to his Cramden, and now they are compatriots or colleagues or friends. Pick each other up. And a genuine joy on Michael Young's face when that ball left the bat of Ian Kinsler. One and 2 to Ibar. Well, Frankie's had to battle with both Burrell and Ibar, but he's working with a comfortable 8-3 lead. That's going to do it for Ibar. Puddy's got to tag him, but there you have it. 2 down. We'll be able to revisit the Ian Kinsler swing here, tag that made him a 30-30 man.
Well, Balfour's got a good fastball. He throws a lot of fastballs. That fastball's on the inside half of the plate. That's probably one of the longer ones Ian's hit all season long.
One more out to get. Gabe Gross will be the batter, as the Rangers look to get back to 15 games over 500. Still hoping for a miracle. They'll need some help from the Oakland A's, and the Rangers will have to be big time head-to-head against the Halos next week. Check swing foul, and now the Rangers 1 strike away from a nice win tonight. Fly ball, and Pudge will track it, but it's back in the crowd. And well, you know, one thing you just wanted to see these last few home games of the regular season. The Rangers obviously of late has not been going well, but these fans deserve to have a good taste in their mouths towards the end of 09. The Rangers just wanting to finish as strong as they can. Another one fouled back. Going to be about 20 pitches to 3 batters here for Frankie. One more time. A lot of the fans have been standing now for a couple of minutes.
I think if Frankie drops that same curveball on Gross that he dropped on Ibar, that'll pretty much be it for this game. Ibar had the same kind of a backbone, a lot of high fastballs, and then Frankie dropped that sharp breaking curveball out of the strike zone. Ibar almost twisted his back swinging at it. Well, he was able to hold off. That was the curveball.
He was trying, yeah.
A little bit low, but to Gross's credit, showed the bat control to lay off it. And Derek hung in there after a tough 3rd inning. Got through the 4th and 5th easily. And he stands to get the win right now. If he does, he'll go to 8-12 on the season.
Down and in, 2-2. Ground. The play is to first. Frankie drops it. And the game is not over yet. First error of the night either way. These fans have to keep on standing now. Error charge to Francisco.
In a perfect world, the throw would have been a little higher, a little more out in front of Frankie. But nevertheless, it was still a very catchable ball and an easy out at first base.
Greg Zahn, another former Ranger, coming up to hit. Zahn now going with the no batting gloves. Runner goes. That'll be defensive indifference. No stolen base. Zahn has played for a couple of other teams in the AL East recently, Baltimore and Toronto. Now Tampa Bay. Ground ball first base. That'll do it. Ball game. Rangers 8, Tampa Bay 3. And the 30-30 man is the man of the night. Ian Kinsler's home run sealed the deal. Rangers live straight ahead. The Rangers begin this brief homestand with a nice win. Again, that happy final tonight. Texas 8 and the Tampa Bay Rays 3. Let's send it down to the set of Rangers Live now. They are standing by.